It actually capitalizes on the outcomes of a longer process that it was, the structured dialogue, trying to activate and materialize some of the recommendations of that, so to keep continuity in that. And one of its major strengths, which also can be explained as a weakness, is that it's a multi-stakeholder group of people coming from all over the world, representing different strands of sectors and actors. Civil society, local authority, private sector, employers' organizations, environmentalists, human rights, gender, everything you want is around the table, but foremost also member states still present, however we would like them to be more present and more active, and of course the European institutions. And it has a unique character because it's not a group of usual suspects. Within all the global debates nowadays about the post-2015 agenda, about the work of the Global Partnership for Development Effectiveness, and all the civil society groups that are parallel working on that, or other kind of groups, but not together as multi-stakeholders. But those are often the same people from the same circles, and this is the real added value of the PFD, that these are really not the usual suspects. After many complaints about getting higher level representation in the panels from the European Commission and other institutions side, we got that this time. It was unbelievable, the level of people, directors, heads of units. We didn't really have that until now, so that was very good. The format can be improved, of course, because now you got lots of, high-level panel, you're obliged to sit and listen, so you cannot just skip out. I do believe that in the minds of some of the people, it's not entirely sure how exactly whatever we discuss would link in the big discussions about the SDGs, in the big discussions around the work of the Global Partnership for Development Effectiveness. So in this sense, the attempt by the session on enabling environment this morning to come up with something concrete that could be owned by this group, like a kind of resource material on enabling environment best and worst practices, that could be inputted in some higher global processes, to have something tangible, It's one thing to be informed and this and that. So probably the content is very interesting for many people who come, and again, as not usual suspects, they would not hear many times these things. At the same time, there has to be found a clear way of making sure that whatever is discussed, even if the group doesn't have a mandate for decision making or official recommendations or declarations or whatever, there has to be some kind of method to be found to propel the outcomes of discussions. More interpersonal time, definitely more time for discussion during the sessions as well. And again, as agenda setting task team, I have to recognize as well as a member of that we will have to be careful about the amount of topics that we shove on an agenda of 2 days, and be more specific and maybe prioritize a little better. We have to be very clear about how we set up the sessions. I understood today that the session on enabling environment, I'll come back to that because that was the single one that had breakout groups, and where people actually, even if not so much time, but 3/4 of an hour, were able to have content exchanges on an issue, and that was experienced like something positive. So we will have to make sure that more of that comes back next time.